Hey everybody, happy Wednesday, June 2nd. Happy Pride Month. It is June, it is Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. Oh my goodness, I'm still repeating myself. I am still suffering some effects of my concussion slash rib injury from last week. The concussion not so much, it's just my goofy quirks of just repeating myself becoming quirky. Also I just I have a lot I want to talk about in this video, but I promised you guys that I would keep this video short. And I promised you guys that I would talk about something last week, and I don't remember what it was. But I said I would keep it under 20 minutes, and I don't remember what it was, but try to keep this one under 20 minutes. But I think I have 3 or 4 Pride shirts, each one with a different saying, obviously. One of them is this one. This one I got from, I think it was Hot Topic. It's really, really cool. I love it. The We Are All Human, We're All Human, just saying, and then it's got the different Pride colors throughout the letters in the bottom. So it's got my bi Pride in the U, and it's got the gay Pride in the M, and it's got the trans Pride in the A. I actually don't know what these other 2 are. That's actually really regretful on my part. What is the... Sorry, I'm just trying to do my due diligence. I'm not completely an asshole here. Oh, agender, I think that's this one. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, non-binary? Is it red, yellow, blue? Oh man, somebody help me out here, because I am not... See, this is what I mean when I say I should really plan ahead. Because I really should have done my research first. I know most of them. Looks like this one's really fooling me. I don't know what that one is. What is it? Pink, yellow, blue. Pink, yellow, blue pride flag. Oh, Pansexual. Duh, I'm an idiot. No, I knew that one. I'm a moron. I knew that one. Sorry, everybody. I'm bad at being prideful. No, the pride flags get a little confusing, or not confusing, but I get mixed up with the different colored flags. But I have a massive 3-foot by 5-foot flag hanging behind. Actually, I don't want to mess up the focus on my camera, but I'm going to turn this around anyways. So give me just 2 seconds to just flip this around. Actually, I'm just going to take it right off the stand. Well, you guys are going to see my room, so my apologies. Well, let's just do it this way. Boom! There we go. There's my pride flag. It's right above my TV. Yeah, use my ring light. But yeah, I was not joking. It is a 3-foot by 5-foot flag that I have hanging above my my TV. And then I have just my floor and some other stuff, and I got a ton of water, and I got movies, and I got my disc. I don't know why I started talking about the next because I don't have one. I'm gonna stop now. Sorry, let me recenter this because I just moved it all over the place. Yeah, but I have a 3-foot by 5-foot pride flag there, as you see. I don't know why I'm still saying it. But yeah, so I wear my pride with I wear my pride with pride. I used to be very ashamed of myself. I came out in 2010. I think my second video on this channel is my coming out story. So if you, I'll link that at like the very end of this video when it has like my subscribe to my channel and my, you know, view this video or whatever. I'll link that coming out video to that, because that story is very. It was a very interesting coming out experience. By the way, if you hear like a droning sound in this video, I have my fan on because it is like 90 degrees in my room right now because I don't have air conditioning and it's 85 degrees outside. So I apologize for that. But little side note. But it was a very interesting experience coming out in 2010 because it started out very rocky. I told a few people I was bi. They told me, you're wrong, you have to experiment. You haven't experimented, so you don't know. There's just a lot of just, people are just telling me, you know, you're wrong. And sorry for like the little blip in the recording there. There's going to be a little blip because I want to make sure that when I panned over to the flag and I came back that I didn't mess up the focus. Now I'm messing up my lungs and the coffee still hurts my rib. Oh god. Now I'm going to start to tear up. And not because I'm emotional talking about this, because that really fucking hurt my rib. Oh. And that was not a nice moan, that was a hurtful moan. Just bear with me. I'm not cutting this out because this is just raw emotion. It needs to come out. Oh man, that fucking hurt. Oh, broken ribs hurt. First time I've broken one, and I don't want to break one again. Okay, I lost my train of thought. Oh no, so I was saying that my coming out story, it was very, like, you know, with coming out and saying, you know, finally coming out with this, like, 12-year journey from when I was 6 years old to 18 years old, and finally being able to say I'm bisexual, and for my friends to tell me you're wrong, you need to experiment, or if you haven't experimented, you can't say that you're bi, or, you know, if you haven't kissed a guy, you don't know, or if you haven't been with a girl, you don't know, or, well, I have been with girls, but not, like, just kissing, you know, but not having sex, and they were like, if you haven't had sex with anybody, then you have no idea what you're talking about, and blah, 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 and it was just very disheartening to have these, you know, great friends that were like, you just don't know what you're talking about, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? But, you know, to finally have those few people that were just like, we're so fucking proud of you to be, you know, honest and true with yourself, that, you know, really supported me from day one and just stuck by my side the whole way through. It really helped me, you know, become more comfortable with myself, but then, you know, I dated someone who, you know, this channel kind of became born from, you know, that asshole who shall not be named anymore, and he basically convinced me that I was gay because I had only been with men, basically, and had never been with really any women, and then basically just made me feel ashamed to be bi, and then I just told people that I was gay for a while because it was just easier, but then I started liking girls, and then people were confused, and then they're like, wait, we thought you were gay, and then I said, well, I came out as bi, and then people were just like, well, now what is it, gay or bi? And then when I first came out as bi, my mom kind of outed me to everybody as gay, so it was just a very confusing time because I just kind of became gay even though I was bi. So now for the past, like, I'd say 3-4 years, pretty much since I've been sober, I've really become comfortable with my sexuality, and really been proud that I'm bisexual, and guys and girls both alike have stopped talking to me on, like, dating apps and stuff when they've not found out that I'm bisexual, like, you know, found out that I've, you know, been lying to them all this time, but, like, you know, if they don't see, like, bisexuality on the profile, because now, like, I start out every dating profile with, like, first things first, I'm bisexual. If you have a problem with that, don't talk to me, because I'm not saying that to be an asshole. I'm saying that because I've gotten to talking to people, like, to where I really like them, and then they're like, oh shit, I didn't realize that you're bisexual, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Or it's not healthy for me to be in a relationship with a bisexual person, because, and they just don't give me a reason, they block me. Or they'll tell me, like, you're gonna cheat on me because you're bisexual, or the chances of you cheating on me rather than me dating somebody who's straight or gay or whatever, whoever I'm talking to at the time is more than likely because you're bi. Like, you know, it's just like there's just so much there's a stigmatism around around bisexuality. It's just not true. But I'm more proud of who I am. It sucks that you know it's not sucky that I'm bisexual. It's not that I hate that I'm bi. It's sucky that there's super shitty people out there that are really discriminatory, that are just like, you know, brainwashed into thinking that because I'm bi, I'm gonna cheat on them. Gay people and straight people cheat on people all the time. Shitty people will cheat on you, not bi people. Like, a bi person is just as likely to cheat on you as a gay person or straight person will, if they're shitty enough to do that. But if the person is kind-hearted and caring and loving and a genuinely good person and has a great personality and has been hurt in the past to know that that is a horrible feeling to be cheated on, they will not do that. Like me, I will never cheat on somebody because it's a horrible fucking feeling. Like in 2018 when I was accused of cheating for 2 weeks, I felt fucking god-awful those whole 2 weeks that somebody could think that person, knowing my past, could think that I could possibly go to that level to hurt them. Albeit there was a catfish profile out there of me. So they were kind of, you know, spun that direction. But, you know, for me to say, like, there's a catfish profile out there of me, but that's not me, because how in the world do you think I could possibly hurt you in that way, knowing that what you know of me from my past? Like, there's no fucking way I could ever hurt somebody in that way. Like, there's just absolutely no way. Because I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of where not proud of where I've come from, but I'm proud of the person I've become out of what I used to be. I don't... Okay, I regret some of the things I used to do. Oh, no, it hurts to cough. I regret some of the things I used to do. You know, when people say, like, I live life with no regrets, there's a lot of things I regret. But I have never once in my entire life cheated on someone, and I will never. Because that feeling of being cheated on, I have experienced at least 4 dozen times, like 50 times. Because my ex cheated on me with, like, well, he said 30 times, and I'm betting it was even higher than that, because let's just say I found out some things after the fact that were disgusting and despicable, but it was just, there's just a lot of things that happened. And then, like, this girl I dated back in 2015, only girl I've ever dated for more than a month, or maybe 2. I can't remember how long that was. I was still drinking at the time, a little fuzzy in that area. But no, don't fucking take that out of context. It was a little, my mind is a little fuzzy in that area. Fuck you, everybody that's taking that out of context and laughing their asses right off right now, because that is not what I meant. Get your minds out of the gutter. Get back on track, okay? Beep, 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 boop. Get back on track. Get back on track with me. My mind was a little bit fuzzy back then. Get back on track. Get your minds out of the gutter. Okay, here we go. So, oh my god, I cannot believe I just said those words without putting the context around it. I need to think before I talk, but that has never been my MO, so it probably will never happen. No, so I dated her for like 2 months, and then she said, oh, I'm going on vacation to Minnesota, to the college I go to, or whatever, to a college party or whatever. I'm like, cool, do whatever you want to do. Like, I'm not your keeper or whatever. We've been dating for 2 months. I don't give a shit. I mean, even if we've been dating longer, I don't care. Go do you. Like, I'm not, if I'm going to a party, I'm not going to ask your permission to go. So she comes back, and we were at breakfast together, and she's like, okay, so I did a bad thing, but I think we can get past it. I'm like, what? And then she's like, well, I kind of got drunk, and I'm like, uh-oh. Like, this isn't going to go well. And, like, in the middle of biting into, like, I think it was, like, bacon or something at breakfast, I take a bite of it, and she goes, and I may or may not have slept with, like, 7 guys. And I'm like, there's no may or may have not. You did. Because that was an awfully specific number. So you did sleep with 7 guys. And she's like, yeah, but I was drunk, so I think we can move past it, right? I'm like, you're paying for breakfast, and I'm leaving right now. You can find a ride home, because we're like 2 miles away from your house. Or just walk home, because we're like 2 miles away from your house. And that was the last time I talked to her. Yeah, so just one person, I got cheated in 2 months. I got cheated on 7 times in 1 weekend. I was like, wow. I was like, that's a record. I think. I don't know. Maybe Max did it more in 1 weekend. I don't even want to know. But it was just, you know, I don't even know how I've gotten to this point of going from like Happy Pride Month to I've been cheated on 7 times in 1 weekend. I don't know how my mind works to this way. I don't even know how to backtrack to where I was before. Wow. I don't even know how to get out. I mean, it's not even get out of this. I just don't know how I got to this point. So I don't know how to get back to my original point. Because I don't know what my original point was. So I literally had to go back to, I had to pause the clip for a second and then go back because I had to figure out where I was. But I was at the point of saying people were like basically discriminating against me for being bi because they said I'm more likely to cheat because of being bi. I don't know how I got to being like, yeah. Anyways, let's go back on track. And it's not true. The stigma around it is not true. I have seen plenty and 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 plenty of gay guys. And yes, I'm singling out gay guys in open relationships. I don't understand fucking open relationships at all. Not a single clue. Happy Pride Month, everybody, but I have no fucking clue how that works. Like, I love you so much, but I love you so much that I need to sleep with other people in order to fulfill my entire love for you. Like, wait, what? Like, I know that, I know married couples that sleep with other people. Like, I don't, wait, what? Like, how can you be devoted to one person but also sleep with other people on the side? I will never understand that in my entire life. I will never, don't even try to explain it to me. I have had people try to explain it to me, and I still call them a fucking moron at the end. Don't even try to explain it to me. I don't care. I don't understand it. Don't care. Don't understand it. I will never, ever, 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 ever even consider the slightest possibility, not even a half of 1% of a possibility of an open relationship. Monogamous all the way. A guy even asked me, like we talked for like a month and a half, and we were like hitting it off, and we were like 100% compatible. And he is like, oh, by the way, like I'll never be in a monogamous relationship. Like it has to be open. Or I'm like, then fuck you and get away from me. Because I told you straight up from the beginning that it has to be monogamous, and then you're just changing the rules a bit. I'm like, that's not how this is gonna work. I will never understand open relationships. I just don't understand. I've always considered it to be an excuse to cheat. That's just the way I see it. Even though you know that you're doing it, and even though it's like an agreed upon, you know, so it's not like cheating because you know that it's happening. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna be married, but then we're gonna do things with other people. It's like then you're not married. Then you're not committed to one. The sanctity of marriage. Like I don't even know. And then like there's TV shows coming out there's like, well, marriage was invented to like as ownership and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh my god, you're like, come on, people. Like that's not. Like, marriage is supposed to be a beautiful thing now. Like, we changed it to be a beautiful thing to show that you two are devoted to each other for life. Like, you're never going to cheat, you're never going to be with anybody else. And then you completely destroyed it to be, marriage can be whatever you want it to be. Like, it's just going to be open and you can do whatever you want with it. And I'm like, I just don't understand it. But anyways, I'm getting off the track. It's... Sorry. To each their own. I'm just saying I will never understand it. Okay, I'm getting close to 20 minutes, so I'm going to try to cut this off pretty quickly, because I'm going to be talking about Pride all month, so I don't want to just, you know, strictly go off on rants all of 20 minutes here. But basically, I have failed at love since 2018, since Nikki. You know, were we 100% compatible? No. Was he the one that I think was for me? Maybe. he, you know, accepted me for everything that I was, you know, accepted me for everything in my past. He was willing to get the HPV shots for me, like he hadn't had them before, and he was like, cool, you've had it in the past, don't care, I'll get the shots, we'll be able to do whatever in the future then. And he was just really sweet and a real sweetheart, and good lord, I just, you know, he was just really sweet, and I just kind of got swept off my feet because everything that led up to that was just negativity, and then it was just like a whole like shitstorm. It was just like not shitstorm. It was just like an atom bomb of just like happiness, and I just didn't know how to handle it, and I handled it horribly. But you know, how it ended was not good, because of the accusations of cheating, and then the right when, you know, he forgave me and we got back together, the catfish profile disappeared, and it wasn't me. It was an ex that was trying to get revenge on me, and he was like, I broke you up, and I'm like, we didn't actually break up, but we're kind of on the way out. And we did, and then it was just like a whole thing, and it was not pretty. But I failed at love since 2018. I've had a lot of first dates, but very few second dates. I don't think any third dates. You know, I'm still hopeful. I'm not really like seeking out love right now. I'm trying to just focus on me. I'm trying to focus on getting my business going next year, and you know, trying to focus on getting my health still in order, because my 20s are going to end with a bang, because I turn 30 next year, halfway to 60. That's disgusting. But you know, I'm getting my veins all. I'm getting ablations done in my veins starting 2 weeks from tomorrow. That will continue through August 18th. It's 10 weeks of, or I guess technically 9 weeks of rigorous treatments on my veins in both legs. Excuse me. And then I had to get a lot of opinions of my left SI joint, because it looks like I might need to get it fused. And then I'm trying to get my pain program squeezed in September, right ahead of my best friend's wedding in October. So it is just going to be a shitstorm at the end of the year here. I don't know how this is all going to turn out. Or I might wind up doing the pain program in October. I don't know. But this is, you know, it's a mess in my 20s right now. I was talking to my dad on the way home from a family friend's house today in Naperville. I told him, I'm like, can you dig up all my medical bills from all my surgeries from when I was under your guys' insurance, just so I can see how much money I spent, or how much money before the insurance kicked in, before, like, just flat out, before any money was put towards the surgeries, just what the surgery bill was. All my 10 surgeries cost. And my dad's like, it probably cost $1 million. I'm like, it wasn't that high. But just for my 4 back surgeries alone, I did the math, was $400 grand. Just for my 4 back surgeries was $400 grand. And then I had 6 more surgeries on top of that. So, you know, I was just curious to see what the math would, you know, total out to be. But, you know, I'm just curious just to see where everything turned out. Oh my God, it hurts left. But, you know, I'm just trying to get my health in order. I'm just trying to focus on me right now. If love comes into my life, you know, I'd be very happy to embrace it. I'd be very happy to explore it. However, I'm not going to actively seek it out and be like, you know, I need love. I need, you know, I'm not desperate for love. I would like to find love. But, you know, in my past, me seeking out love has been the worst. I've had the most rotten picker in the world, because I have picked out all of the worst people in the world. And they have hurt me the most. So I just, you know, I'm kind of letting people come to me. You know, I'm pretty sure that either I've never been asked out, or I've been asked out like once or twice. So I'm kind of trying to just let, you know, people ask me out, if they ever do, not to be an asshole, but just because when I ask people out, it just tends to just fall apart, and I just don't want to set myself up for any more hurt anymore. So, I'm trying not to do that. So I'm still hopeful. I'm just more cautious, I guess. But with that being said, I will stop my video for this week. I will see everybody next Wednesday on the 9th, I think. Yeah, I don't work till 4 that day, 4 p.m. So I will post a video that day. Sorry that this video is coming out. Actually, I'm probably not going to post this Okay, so it's Wednesday when I'm recording this, but I didn't even realize it's 9 p.m. So I'm gonna post this Thursday, the 3rd, at noon. So I apologize for posting a day late, as I'm saying right now, at noon. So next week it'll be posting on the 9th at noon. I have that Tuesday off, the 8th, so I might record the 8th and post the 9th, just so I make sure it's out at noon on the 9th. Because I've been getting really sloppy with getting these things recorded and out on noon on Wednesdays. And then going forward, it looks like I'll have Wednesdays either off or not working till 4, so I will try to get, Tuesdays I'll either have off or not working till 4, so I'll try to get these videos done on Tuesdays and then posted Wednesdays. With that being said, everybody have a great week coming up. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Stay positive, stay safe. Get vaccinated if you haven't already. What else? Stay strong, keep laughing, keep loving. I just didn't laugh at all in this video. I would have made jokes and stuff on a typical day, but it really does hurt horrifically to laugh right now with my rib being broken, so I really gotta cut down on laughing for the next few weeks, which really sucks, because I love to laugh. I love to laugh. But yeah, take care of one another, and tell someone you love them today, because you never know when it's the end. I'll say something next week about someone. Oh God, I might have to clear with this family first, because it's about a late friend, and I really don't want to. I don't want to be. Sorry, I'm into this video kind of on a sour note, not sour note, but just kind of a sad note. But a friend who passed away 5 years ago, and I don't want to say anything that. I mean, not that his family's going to see this video or anything like this, but I just don't want to say anything that's going to upset his family should they find the video. So I might touch base with the family first before I post anything. So I want to do that out of respect for their family, for his family. So I'm going to touch base with them before I say anything. But everybody have a great week coming up, and I will see everybody next week on the 9th. Thanks for watching, everybody.